Hello everyone, this is our strategic management report for the Coca-Cola Bottling Company. I am Alton, also in this group is Brie, Clark, and Deanna. First off, the history of the Coca-Cola Bottling Company starts off with its parent company, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola was founded in 1902 by J.B. Harrison. The term Coke was trademarked in 1920 by the U.S. Supreme Court. The aluminum cans that we know today were first introduced in 1950. And the Coca-Cola Bottling Company also merged with other bottling companies around the country to create what is now the Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated in 1973. The headquarters of the Coca-Cola Bottling Company is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina, and was officially incorporated in 1980. There are approximately over 5,000 employees for the Coca-Cola Bottling Company, with an annual sales estimate of $655.78 million. The discussion of strategy starts off with the best cost provider, and that is the main strategy that Coca-Cola Bottling Company uses. They differentiate themselves by bottling several different brands of beverages to meet consumer needs. Low-cost manufacturing remains Coca-Cola Bottling Company's main strategy to keep beverage costs low. Strategic concerns start with clashing of toxic cultures, increasing employee turnover, increasing costs due to tariffs, decline in demand due to higher prices, losing sales because loyal Coca-Cola customers are uninformed about healthier Coca-Cola branded beverages.
Hi guys, Clark here. I'm here to talk a little bit about the SWOT analysis. Obviously, marketing we know is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. One of the main strengths here is automation of processes to regulate consistency and production modifications based on the market. Resources and thorough training and are easily learned programs to create a highly skilled workforce. Strong distribution channel is obviously something that Coca-Cola focuses a lot on, and then their overall network is obviously incredibly crucial to their business now and their business into the future. High performance in new markets will definitely help diversify in the common economic times, and I think with Coca-Cola, you've got a lot of new healthy lifestyle drinks that was introduced earlier that I think consumers need to know about. And then last is the corporate social responsibility. Next, I want to talk about weaknesses. Lack of investment in the research and development compared to competitors, something that they need to work on, definitely. I mean, they've kind of maintained within the logistics of everything that involves in the bottling company. They have a fairly narrow scope of their core business in that it is just transporting everything Coca-Cola branded, bottling, transporting, and pricing. Higher attrition after spending large amounts of time training. One of the major things we discussed earlier was that people are not staying at their jobs with Coca-Cola, and that's unfortunate because there is a really high turnover after spending a lot of time and money and resources on training qualified candidates. Insufficient at forecasting product demand and market changes. With a drastically changing economy, market demands obviously drastically change as well, and Coca-Cola needs to stay up with the market trends. A lot of Coca-Cola brands, they have low brand awareness as far as knowing that it's a Coca-Cola product, like we mentioned with the health drinks. And high supplier bargaining power with so many different competitors on the market. You have suppliers that, they have the say, and they can control the market. And then you obviously have environmental and pollution concerns that Coca-Cola has to work through. Now we'll talk about opportunities. Coca-Cola has a huge opportunity here, targeting new customers via online channels by better forecasting the sales data that they've collected. One of the things that they do now is they kind of do the exact same promotion and distribution strategies that they've had for a while, and that's gotten them into some trouble as far as staying up to date. They're innovative branding and labeling. We all know the Coca-Cola logo. I think maybe somewhat of a change might be good for the future. An increase in local community involvement. Nationally, I mean, they have the Polar Bear campaign, they got the Christmas campaign. I mean, there's a lot of different campaigns that the Share a Coke with a specific name campaign. There's a lot of different campaigns out there. But I think if you go more locally, they might have a little bit more opportunity there. And then innovation and research using raw and organic materials. I think this would help with a lot of the environmental and pollution efforts that they have issues with. And then down here we've got kind of paired with the raw materials. I think a green campaign could really be very beneficial to Coca-Cola. There's a lot of plastic, a lot of aluminum they use. There's definitely opportunities out there for using other materials. Lastly, we've got threats. You've got a decline in the soft drink consumption due to health trends. You've got a lot of people out there that are moving away completely from sugar. And now Coke has had the opportunity to try sugar-free drinks. It's not something that's really taken off quite yet as far as Coca-Cola branded things. So they do have a big opportunity there to go that route, but it's definitely a threat to their business. Plastic materials. Once again, on the green campaign, they got to move away from plastic and metal usage. The lack of in-market innovation. There's not been a lot of research done by Coca-Cola, the bottling company, in trying to figure out something different than what they've been using for a while. And they're not diversified or different from competition. PepsiCo, and there's a Buffalo Rock and a ton of other bottling companies that are essentially do the same thing, and they may have dominance on the market occasionally, but it's something that they need to work on. Union workers and potential strikes, something that they deal with often. With having over 5,000 employees nationwide, it's something that they have to work through. Natural disaster shortage, high demand materials. You've always got that possibility no matter what industry you're in for potential natural disasters. Competition, we discussed, in that PepsiCo is right on Coca-Cola's tails in a lot of aspects. And then rising pay level for hourly workers. The United States pay is going skyrocketing. It's increasing very fast. And I think that Coca-Cola, one, needs to retain employees for longer and get attrition down, but also give them other benefits other than just pay to kind of keep them hanging around.
Hey, Deanna here, and I'm here to talk about question 1, which is how can Coca-Cola Bottling Company make the workplace more attractive to prospective employees? Right now, the current climate of the employees is they try to entice employees by paying them to complete elaborate training programs with leadership and management training. They also promote upper management positions from within the company only, which can be a good or a bad thing. So some ideas of how they could change this and make it more attractive. They could offer more flexible hours for employees to give opportunities for parents with children. They can offer shorter shifts, longer shifts, work from home opportunities. They could even offer an on-site daycare or a daycare close by. Maybe a more dog-friendly environment, or add in a dog daycare or a dog park. They can also renovate facilities to include more modern styles and create efficiency and creativity. While the bottling company does not need to structure itself like Google's home office, it could still take some of the basic ideas of relaxed zones and a healthy employee-selected cafeteria or food court for their larger hubs. They could also add in a gym or an outdoor recreation site to promote more active and healthy lifestyles while also helping relieve some stress. They could also provide incentive based or extended PTO to attract those who travel or need more time off for their families.
Hi, I'm Brie, and for the second question, consumers are used to paying a low price for Coke. With rising costs of falling materials such as aluminum, plastic, or glass, what is a good way to convince consumers to continue to purchase Coke when the prices inevitably rise? We broke it down into 3 parts. So for the first part, we focused on brand loyalty. And in the South, it's hard to argue that Coke is not the dominant soft drink, but however, just brand's loyalty is something that can slowly be lost over time if consumers aren't reminded of their loyalties with the brand. So with nostalgic advertising and promotions that consistently remind you of why you love Coca-Cola so much, that's something that we would want them to focus on. The second is a lifestyle branding. It's similar to promoting brand loyalty in the advertising is creating an image or emotion rather than just portraying the product. Lifestyle branding is incredibly popular right now and it should be utilized. Finding a brand appropriate influencers for Coke should be easy and they should be able to drive the sales for Coke. And final is prize promotion. While many companies fail to follow through with the giveaway of their promotions, Coca-Cola has the opportunity to create fun and interactive promotions through the use of social media or app-based platforms. Something similar to under the cap giveaways, which Coca-Cola Bottling Co. can use, is to create a QR-based prize promotion where all the consumer has to do is just scan a QR code after a purchase for something small and they can get a large reward. Value is mostly based on perception and consumers will flock to the Coke products if they have a chance of winning something big.